were in a good position, like right before this. Sometimes you don't have an option, but right now you do have an option because he shot it from like on their half of the field. So you have time to decide how you want to shadow this ball. The trajectory of the ball is like this. So you were in a good position right now. If I were you, actually, I this way a little bit.
Okay.
The reason being is because whenever you're shadowing someone, ignore what's happening on the field for now. Let's just say you're shadowing someone in general. So here's a red car, and he has like the ball. Oh no, let's use different cover for the ball. And he has the ball. I don't know if you can see that well.
Yeah.
And then here's your car. So the problem is when people shadow, they like to do this. Right. This is better in paint. I've
It's
explained
better.
this 1,000 times.
It's better to attack it from an angle. Is that what we're getting at?
Basically, but there's a couple reasons for that. It's because of human reaction, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is the ball and you're blue, right? Say you're shadowing. Some people like to do this. They're in a perfect line between the ball and the goal. So they're blocking it. They think they are. Right. But the problem with this is basically you're saving any shot. The green lines are shots you can save, right? Now, the orange lines are shots that are difficult to save because if this guy pushes the ball slightly this way, colors are screwed up. They push the ball slightly this way and then shoot this way, your momentum will be going towards the right here that you can't possibly turn back and save this. Right? So what that looks like in game, you don't want to be in line with the ball because then what happens is, so let's draw a perfect line from here to the goal, right?
Yep.
So anything on this half you can save, but anything here is hard. And then corner shots is dead. Like you can't save this.
All right.
Because your momentum is already going this way. If he flips into the ball this way, you don't possibly have time to cancel your momentum and save this.
Would you show me the difference between outside and inside? What does that mean?
So right now, you're on the outside of the ball. So
and then I moved. I went inside in this play.
Exactly. So if you draw a straight line from here to the net, it's like this. The net is here, right?
Yep.
So right now you're on the outside of the net.
Okay.
And the reason you want to do this is reaction time and decision making. The moment you see him hit the ball, if you're on the outside, is really nice. So say he shoots it, I don't know, let's just say the shot, he owns the ball and he wants to shoot. He have all these options on like angles to shoot it, right? When you stay on the outside when shadowing, all you need to do is drive across and you automatically get a free save on all these shots. You don't have to decide, do I go left? Do I go right? You just drive across the front of the goal and you get any save you want.
So what am
Whereas right here,
yep.
Boom. Now that's too hard. You can backflip into it, but it's not a strong touch. If you stayed on the outside, just wait for it to get lower to the ground, and you could have easily just swiped across.
I understand.
And then this automatically pushes the ball with you, like this, and you can dribble it and bring it like up the wall and then pass it back to the middle or something. Because this will push it into your corner. So you can like push it into your corner, grab the 100 boost down there, and then come back down.
All right, that's an awesome explanation. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, of course. Let's see what else happened. We get scored on here, so this might be good to look at.
Yeah, there's kind of the same thing. I should take it wider.
That was fine. A little bit wider, maybe. That was fine. Oh, okay. So this is the opposite side rotation thing. So boom. Okay. So as far as like this game goes, it's very like chess based. It's like there's turns, right? So like you go, then I go, then you go. So right now, You just went.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going. Right? And then now it's your turn again. Now you went. And he got
Mhm.
it over you. This counts
Under-
as you going.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then now it's my turn. So that means that means your turn to rotate out, right?
Yes,
Now the ball is on this half of the field.
yes,
So you should right here, instead of turning left,
yeah.
turn right. Even if you are already in this position, I would have flipped all the way and gone this way, grab the pennies, and be here. If you are here with 20 boost, you're good to go. Right. So what that would have looked like, let's play it out. Because this made it really hard for you to save after this. Because I go
Yeah.
after this, but there's no way I'm gonna get a really good touch on this ball because of like my positioning. Maybe, but so at this point, let's play it slower. 50. Okay. So let's look at the distance you covered. You covered about this distance.
Yep.
If you flip that, you would have been about here, right? Because you went all the way towards there. Like this distance right here is not a short distance if we look at it from a different angle. There we go. That should showcase it a little better. So the start of the play. Okay, he gets it over you. Right now, you could have drifted and went back this way. But instead,
So the fastest move here is a back a spin. I don't know what you call the move, but
it's
jumping
like a
backwards.
180 drift or something. Yeah. A little bit earlier recognition of him being able to beat you this ball would help a lot too.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
that if possible, you want to go far post, the furthest post from the ball, because then if you look at it, look at this save. That's not hard.
Yeah. Not at all.
Yeah, exactly. So if you just like kind of recognize that a little, it would have been a lot easier. Let's keep watching. Nice shot or shot attempt. I really like your angle here. You're trying to hit it with your corner. Is that on purpose?
Well, yeah. Ideally, like right at this moment, I would roll right, right. But then it would go high. It would be a pass essentially.
So you really want to touch with your corner instead of like your nose. That's
Is
like
that right?
super important. Yeah. If you touch with your nose, you just get less power on it. You get some insane power if you hit with your corner.
I did not even know that.
It's like, okay, this is a horrible analogy, but it gets the point across. If you fall and you bang your head on like a table, what hurts more?
Yeah, the corner.
The corner. Yeah. So in this
so
case, this is your head.
So
Right.
what I want to do right here is just stay still because it doesn't seem like I'm hitting it even.
Yeah, so you double jumped or something here, but if you flip through the ball right here, you would have gotten some insane power on this.
If I flipped.
Mm-hmm. And the reason I thought this was actually going to be a really good shot up until this point was because if you flip through it at this point, you touched it lightly.
So
you
like
flipped through
forward right.
it. Yes,
Okay.
that would have gotten some insane power. It's like in tennis, you don't just swing and then you stop. You want to swing through the ball.
Yeah.
So in this moment, if you flip through the ball, you're flipping through the ball. Too many people do this where they jump and then they flip and they hit it during maybe like the middle of their flip or like the end of their flip. But no, that's not what you want. You want to hit at the beginning of your flip.
You want the flip to be as close to right before contact as possible.
Yeah. Let me show you
Okay.
what that looks like. Such a really good training pack for this.
Holy shit, man.
Okay, so this ball. If I flip, let me boost through it. If I flip, you see that flip?
Yeah.
It was okay. It scored it. But let's look at it again. I flipped right there.
Yeah.
So this, if let's say the flip has 0 to 100, 100 being the end of the flip, like timeline wise, I'm hitting it about 30% of the flip in,
Got it.
and that gave me 52 miles an hour, right?
All right.
Let me get a good one here. There we go. That one, I hit it. I basically almost touched the ball. Right there. I'm basically touching the ball with my corner before I flip. So I'm flipping through the ball. Look at the speed difference.
Where's the speed? There it is, 63. So what was it before?
50.
50. All right. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So when you start understanding that, you get really good power on like weird angles like that.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, I'll send you this training pack. This hack is really good. So on the second and third one is kind of hard to get like really good power on. So 50 is actually like your goal. So this training pack, it was like one of my coaches that showed me this pack. This one's really hard. The third one, but you want to get 60 miles an hour in the first shot, and then at least 52 to 58 on the second and third one. And
Okay.
then once you start understanding that concept, because look at this one. If you want to hit with your nose, right?
Yeah.
You see the timer on this training pack is
Yeah.
at 1. There's no way if you can't actually score it in. Like I'm just gonna do a couple like mess ups here to show you. If you try to hit with your nose like this, you're not actually gonna be able to get that power you want to really get it in that easily. See that?
Oh, yeah.
But let me hit with my corner now. There we go.
Oh. This is outstanding. Yeah.
So yeah, if you can get that corner thing working, that's gonna help you so much. But again, if you hit with the end of your corner, you're like the middle of your flip. So I'm trying to mess up on purpose in a good way, like a good mess up. Okay, there you go. That's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Hopefully the scores I can show. Nice. Okay, that scored. So I want to show how that flip looked. Jump and then I'm gonna flip right here.
Yeah, this is like
Boom.
a 40%, 40
Yeah,
out of 100
people
or so.
flip into the ball. That's not exactly correct. You want to flip at the moment you make touch contact with the ball.
All right.
Boom. Like there we go. That one had crazy power. Like forget accuracy for a second. You want to be able to get this kind of power on your hits. And then you can worry about accuracy later. But if you can constantly put pressure on your enemies, like shooting from midfield with this much power, it's really dangerous for them. So like the later shots are like this, where like if you can shoot from like a clear like that,
Yeah.
like that's insane, and that's gonna put a lot of pressure on your enemies. So yeah, hitting with the corner is really essential. Let's finish up this. Let's watch random spot. Maybe work on your kickoffs a little bit. You probably don't play too much ones, right?
No.
Ones is a really it's a game mode that gets a lot of people frustrated,
Yeah.
and it's kind of sucks at the same time, but you know. Oh, okay, great. So okay, this is something something I was gonna make a video on too, because even in like low champ, everyone makes this mistake.
Okay.
You flip left to the ball here, boom. Makes a lot of sense that you flip left. That's perfectly fine. At this point though, the moment you lose kickoff,
Yep.
because this is even though it's going to your teammate, it's kind of a losing kickoff because it's on your half. The correct pathing here is whenever the ball's on your side, fuck the 100 boost. You want to grab as many pennies as you can and get to far post right here. Because what happens is on any challenge, let's just say I push this ball to the corner. Maybe his teammate comes up and challenges me right here. What happens? A 50-50 happens. Or he might just beat me. Who knows?
Yeah.
But let's just say there's a 50-50, so 50% chance that ball is going to head towards our goal. Your goal here is you lost kickoff, grab the pennies, and get to right here, right? And the reason being is if you don't, let's look at what happened. Okay, their team sucked, but let's just like look forward here because I think you could be much higher than Diamond 1. And it's like, as you get higher, people get more aggressive. The other teammate probably would have challenged me.
Yeah.
So what happens if he does challenge me? We have a 50% chance to get scored on right now because you're over here and not over here.
Absolutely.
So on losing kickoffs, just grab pennies and go back to your goal because you want to be behind your teammate. The thing with defense is you actually don't there's a concept where like the person about to touch the ball is called like the active player.
Okay.
And then there's the receiver, which is the player behind him. The reason that is because like this person doesn't actually need to hit the ball. He can fake he could do whatever he wants. He can lose on purpose if he wanted.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because on losing 50s, right? Let's just look at a 50-50. Basic 50-50. The most optimal defense positioning is let me use a darker. Oh, that's fine. One player here. That's the active player. And the second player. Not really. That's inaccurate. Let's just say one player here and a second player here. Both facing the ball. The reason being is because if he goes and challenges this ball, right, and a 50-50 happens. So let's just keep things simple. Say a 50-50 happens where the yellow exits. Any balls going this way is a victory on the 50-50, right?
Yeah.
And then losses to the 50-50 go this way. But if your teammate is here, are these really losses? Because where's your other their teammate's going to be midfield ready for a pass, right? Maybe a little more aggressive, like here. This is bad positioning, by the way. Don't be this close. You never want to pass this line, really. These 3 pennies after the midfield make a line, and you don't really want to pass it when you're waiting for your teammate to pass.
That's really good.
Off topic, but anyways, say this guy's being super aggressive and he's right there, ready for the pass. We lose the 50-50. You're still closer, and you're facing the ball versus him. He's going perpendicular to the ball. So is this really a loss? No. These all become wins. So with this positioning, where one player's in the front, one player's in the back, a 50-50 becomes a 100-0.
That totally makes sense.
That's the kind of position you want on defense, and that's what you could have done here by going far post back with like 2 pennies. It's okay to have 20 boosts, but no one's challenging me here, so it doesn't matter because this guy sucks. Like, what is he doing over there? But see, that's dangerous right now, right? Actually, this guy ended up doing it anyway. He didn't do it, so it kind of like shows what happened. But we recovered that situation, so it's fine. But yeah, it could have been a lot easier.
It can always be better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. What's next? Okay. Oh, that's a good example of this. So say right here, you're challenging.
Mm-hmm.
That's your turn. Doesn't matter that you lost. It doesn't. It's my ball now. And then here, I lost. Doesn't matter. Nope. You get the 100-0 thing. So like, as long as you always keep that distance from your teammate, the challenges are always not a 50-50. It's always like 100-0. Oh, okay. So the penny line. There's a couple places you want to be. This line right here, you don't really want to cross it. Of course, you have to cross it to score, but
yeah,
as your teammate's making a play, don't cross it. Wait for him to make his play, and once he starts rotating out, that's when you go in.
Yep.
There's 3 positions. This ball's on this side, so far post is on this half, right? This is far. The 3 positions generally lie 1 about here, 2 where the ball spawns, and then 3 is the only one where you can kind of poke forward. So the penny line is this, and then I would say right here, that penny instead. Not this one, but the one a little ahead is where it's like, okay, like this. Because the further you are to far post, the better this is at shooting. And then this side is better at recentering.
So one is the most defensive or passive, and 3 is the most active.
Because remember the correct defensive positioning is having a player here and a player here, both facing the ball. So where are they going to hit it when they clear it, when they save it? This way. But if they miss and you need to score, your teammate, say he's not being an idiot and air dribbling, just have him push the ball and try to pass it like a normal person. Then what happens, right? They're going to be... How do you erase this? Okay. He's going to be passing like this, right? If he passes and the ball drops in, say, like this half of the field, the pink half, he's probably going to be able to score himself. What he can't score is when he passes and it passes fast and it goes opposite like this. That's when position number 3 is good because you can see the entire length of the goal. So all of the goal is scoreable.
So when you're carrying it down, what is the language that you use to tell your teammate whether you're going deep or shallow? Like whether you're being crazy and air dribbling or you're looking to shoot it. So I want to be in position 3. What is the
Uh,
language that you prefer?
I- you, I don't usually use comms for that. A lot of that's like body language. I'm like playing on my alt, so I'm probably gonna be doing something stupid. But
Yeah,
like
because
a
you're
proper
used to
pass,
playing ones, right?
a proper pass would look something like I'm like a twos main, but I play a lot of ones. Like I main twos and ones. Okay, so a proper pass will probably I'll flip into it, and then I'll start boosting away from it. So you'll probably clearly see that that's a pass. Or if I'm passing it, like say say they shoot it, and then I save it, right? And then I want to pass this, then I'm probably
Mm-hmm.
gonna bop it and drive back down. Because that means the moment I pass it, you're gonna fly up to challenge that ball, right? Boom. What happens on a loss? It goes this way. So I'm gonna turn back down and around to get ready for that.
So if I
And
were
if
to
you
touch it right there, where do I want to be aiming? Do I want to be aiming at the goal?
if you can, you probably can't because if I was on the wall, then good positioning states that you're gonna be middle. Then you're flying at the ball from this angle, you're not gonna be able to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
If you do, it's gonna be really slow. So instead, you want to just try to beat them and hit the ball downwards. Or hit the ball up. Your goal will probably be to hit the ball. Okay, so say you flew at that ball, right? You
Well,
went
my goal would be to maintain control of the ball, right?
ish. You want to hit like right here, if possible,
Okay.
because then your teammate can just easily like read the bounce. Like, let me see if I can demonstrate where. There's a couple places where it's really easy to read bounces off the backboard. So that is right here. For this and this right here. So if you can hit those corners, it gets really easy to read backboard touches. So if you want to pass your teammate again, then that's like kind of the place to go. If you had a choice, right? But no, it just would have been really hard to shoot in that position for you if a pass like that ever happens. So probably wouldn't really expect you to get the shot in, or it would have been like a shot that slowly trickles in, and only way it'd actually go in is if the enemies make like a huge mistake with blocking badly or something.
Do you have a video where you define terminology?
No, that's actually a good idea.
Oh man, I feel like your descriptions and your explanations are amazing, and I am missing some of the really basic techniques and concepts. I'm just so used to playing with someone who's an entire echelon below me. So I'm just like I'm following them, waiting for my teammate to mess up, and this is why I have these bad habits.
I gotcha. Yeah. So like when you're playing with someone lower ranked than you, the best thing you could do is just keep that 1/3 distance from them to maintain that distance behind your teammate whenever they're about to challenge to ready yourself for what if they lose this challenge, you know? God, I am off right now. I'm missing all these. There we go. There we go. That was a good example of like this hitting this corner right here
Yeah.
always sends the ball downwards at a 45-degree angle. So that's how like the double touches are done.
Why does that portion of the wall have different properties?
It doesn't. It's just that puts it at a really good angle going downwards in front of the goal.
Okay.
If it's too high, if you do it like, I don't know, let me try to demonstrate.
I mean, it's
Boom, right there.
Yep.
You see how long? Okay, so you see how big this distance was before I
Yeah.
touched it again? So it bounced and came back out before I touched it again.
Yeah.
This is very savable. But this only goes out a little bit before the shot can happen. So this distance being much shorter just makes it less savable.
I understand.
Yeah. Of course, the double touch still works, but it's just
I have one more question for you. Did you always like use the Octane?
uh for a while I had a phase where I switched to the flat cars.
Just to try it, right?
There are advantages to them for sure.
Oh, you looked
Sorry,
up Monocle to see where he was at? You wanted
Yeah.
to see like how many hours he had?
Yeah, you can. easily tell. I was like,
Yeah.
no, this guy's getting really good touches for sure.
Yeah, you read people insanely. Your skill is really. I can tell how good you are. How
Thank
many
you.
how many hours do you have?
So I started back last April, so playing about a year now. I'm at like probably 1,000-ish hours, a little bit over.
You're kidding me, man. That's crazy.
I mean, I think like just because like when I started, I knew I wanted to do like YouTube for this thing. So like I've met a lot of like high level players that kind of like help me out and stuff, or like they're like on my channel, so they kind of like show me things.
Yeah, I will definitely be there and sign up. Do you want to run back some more games?
I think I have to go eat soon. I'll be right back.
All right.